Sometimes love doesn't need words, it just needs moonlight. On a quiet summer evening, when the golden wheat stood tall and the wind carried the soft scent of flowers, a young man picked a small buttercup and held it beneath her chin. "Do you like butter?" he teased, smiling. She laughed, her eyes shining like stars. "Butter? These aren't for butter. They're for the queen's crown. She wears a new one every morning." "Then tonight," he said softly, "you'll be my queen. I'll make you a crown." She blushed. "And where will my throne be?" He pointed toward the wooden stile by the cornfield. "Right there, on the middle step under the moonlight." When the moon finally rose, I went out to see them. He stood there in his red jacket, a feather in his cap, his eyes full of joy. Around her head, he had placed a wreath of buttercups and daisies with tiny blackberry blossoms woven through, not much like a crown, yet more beautiful than any jewel. "Come," he said gently, offering his hands, "let's dance in the moonlight." She climbed over the stile, the wheat brushing against her dress, and placed her hands in his. Together they danced down the narrow path, the wheat bowing on either side as if watching their joy. The poppies stirred awake, the wind whispered softly, and even the night seemed to hold its breath. They danced through the cornfield, laughing, twirling and running with the kind of happiness that only love can bring. Her laughter echoed across the meadow, so sweet that the thrushes in the woods dreamed of spring again. On and on they danced, through the cornfields, across the meadows, until they vanished into the silver mist that waited beyond. The moonlight followed them, wrapping them in a quiet glow. That's all I know. But sometimes when I look at the moon and the fields shimmer with its light, I feel that somewhere far away they are still dancing. He in his red jacket and she with wildflowers falling softly from her hair.